Fuad here, back on Behind the Gloves with another interview. I'm joined by the one and only Jack Fincham. Jack, first of all, finally
nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you. I'm really excited, mate. I'm really excited.
Got a heavyweight clash, a brilliant tournament. Just first of all, when this was announced, what was your initial thought?
What it is heavyweight boxing for me is just exciting. Purely because one punch can change a whole fight in heavyweight boxing. Doesn't matter what level you're at, it can change a whole fight. Doesn't matter if you're at world level, British level. But what makes it even more exciting for this tournament is it's only over 3 rounds. Do you know what I mean? So the people that are punching that hard, that are that size, over 3 rounds, that are hungry to win, they've only got a short period of time to, do what they got to do. It just makes anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. That's why, I have got a favourite, but I have got a favourite, but I mean, it honestly in heavyweight boxing it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Who would be your favourite? Give us some insight, because to be honest, when we were watching the press conference there, all of them seem to have a really interesting story and stories which seems like would help mental strength and whatnot. So break the opponents down for us. Who's your favourite?
To be fair, what I do absolutely love about the guys that are in this tournament is the background stories. And we've got somebody that's fought in the war. They've all got loads of kids, as Spuncy like to mention.
Dug himself a hole today, didn't he?
Steve's dug himself a little hole today, hasn't he? He has. They've got kids, they've got normal jobs. Some are trying to juggle a normal job. People that have, that was a professional rugby player that now can't do it anymore, unfortunately. But in terms of my favourite, I do agree with Steve. Purely going on facts, That's not me going. I don't know the punching power of these guys, but going on facts and an amateur sort of quite a decorated amateur career, a few titles, won a Haringey Box Cup. That's quite hard to win, the Haringey Box Cup. I think Jonathan Pilato is for me, but I think's a dark horse, Camille.
Yeah, he's fought everyone, literally.
Like Camille, he just seems like one of those guys. You ring him up and you go, "Hello, Camille, got a fight for you." He'd go, "I'm fight."
He seemed like he was going to kick off there.
And he'd go, "I'm fight," and he'd be there. Do you know what I mean? So, he's going to be hungry for it. He's going to be hungry for it. But even, Jay McFarlane, what a character. I think he's great. I like him. But again, he's the youngest. He's going to, I know he's having a laugh and a joke on there, but he's going to want to prove to everybody that I'm not a joke. I can fight, I can bang, and he's going to go out to win.
It's very exciting, like I said, the personalities and whatnot. Sticking with heavyweight boxing, next weekend, the biggest fight of the year, Anthony Joshua goes over to Saudi Arabia to fight Andy Ruiz. The first fight shocked everyone, especially casual fans, I think, more than people. Even in the scene, a lot of people were shocked. What was your initial reaction to the loss? Why do you think that night unfolded like it did?
So look, I obviously read so many different things about this. That Anthony Joshua said, he wasn't himself before. I heard somewhere he had a panic attack in the changing room beforehand and stuff. I heard that his dad told him not to fight. But I'm not going to stand here and say that Ruiz got lucky, because he had over 100 amateurs, 105 amateurs, and lost 5 amateurs. I mean, come on. Do you know what I mean? I've lost over 5 and I've not even had 30 fights. Do you know what I mean? Like that is a pedigree. That's an amateur pedigree. So that guy could box, and I knew this. So I didn't underestimate him anyway. I think just through people that are not boxing purists, they'll look at a fat guy. They'll look at Anthony Joshua, who looks like he's been carved by gods, and think, right, Anthony Joshua's going to smash him to pieces. But Andy come to win, mate. And if you're going to ask me what do I think's going to happen this time, mate, look, Anthony Joshua's unbelievable. What a fighter. But I mean, for me, mate, I wouldn't rule out the same result. I wouldn't rule that out. No way. Andy has been training hard.
Joshua looks like he's lost a bit of weight. How do you think that could affect him in the fight?
Do you know what? Joshua being even more slim, it may help him. It may help him be speed, because sometimes he can look a bit like bulk him, and he's so big. You know, you could pass as a bodybuilder as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it might help him, you know, be a bit more, you know, sharper, a bit more, you know, quicker on his toes and whatnot, which he needs to. Because let's be honest, Ruiz he's fast. I know he's a big guy, but you see, he can throw them shots fast. So I think it could help him. I think so. Yeah.
Someone Anthony Joshua wanted to fight while he was champion was Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder obviously fought the gone weekend, and he just keeps doing the same thing over and over again.
Deontay Wilder, mate. I mean, look, I want to see him in Fury again. Really, that's what I'm waiting for.
See that rematch going?
Yeah, I mean the rematch. I mean, I say Fury's winning. For me, Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. I think, I really do. And I'll tell you why. Look, he's not necessarily the most exciting, but he knows how to win. He'll frustrate who he's boxing. He'll make it awkward for him. He doesn't mind going 12 rounds. He's not going in there to knock him out. He's going to wind them up. He's going to move out of the way. He's going to make him miss. He's going to catch him with scoring shots. You know, it can be a bit boring. But yeah.
If Joshua did go in there with Wilder, how do you think that would have gone?
Joshua Wilder. Do you know what?
Because a lot of people after recent event.
Okay, so Wilder, he throws them big wild shots, wild by name, wild by nature. And I think if he called Joshua, and Joshua, it's going to make, look, I mean, you know, Klitschko put Joshua over, you know, Dillian White nearly did. Like, I think Joshua's chin is questionable, do you know what I mean? So I think if Wilder caught him a shot, he can knock him out, but I think Joshua's boxing ability is better than Wilder's. So do you know what? I'm on the fence, really. I'll be honest, I am actually on the fence, because Joshua's boxing ability is 100% better than Wilder's.
It's an intriguing question, because I don't think we're going to get that fight for a very long time.
No, but exactly. So we can talk about it all fucking day, but I don't think we're going to get it.
Let's talk about something else. You mentioned there you had a few amateur fights. Yeah. I've read a few things, and I just want to ask you about them. First of all, is Jack Fincham turning professional? Is that something true?
I can't actually say now, but like, look, I'll be honest, I'm back training, put it that way. I'm back training. I'm back amongst the boxing scene, which I love with all my heart. Do you know what I mean? My first fight, I was 14 years old. Do you know what I mean? So I've always been around it. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled is what I'm going to say.
I've seen a bit of a thing with Tommy Fury. You want to fight Tommy? Obviously he's pro. I spoke to him yesterday as well. He seems to have quite a few ideas of fighting KSI. There's also talks of Idris Virgo. So could we see a Love Island matchup maybe in the future?
I think I'm going to box a super middleweight. So if he wants to come down, then who knows? It's only a weight difference. And also, do you know what? I've got a lot of training ahead of me before I even think about getting in the ring. So who knows, eh? Who knows? But we should me, him and Idris should do a Love Island tournament, just us three. Not all us three in the ring. Last one standing.
Get a few others involved and you can do Ultimate Boxer Love Island.
Oh, Boxer Love Island, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Jack, it was a pleasure talking to you, man. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here, or else